In today's episode, we're talking about three things that I wish I knew about my marketing when I started my business. Let's go. Welcome to Market Your Tradie Business. If you are like most other tradie business owners who struggle to find the time for marketing, then this podcast is for you. You'll get bite-sized episodes for the time-poor business owner, which are both easy to understand and implement into your business. I'm Cass, your host from Builds by Captive Media. So let's get into today's episode. Welcome back to the final episode of season 1 of the Market Your Tradie Business podcast, episode number 23. Whether you've been limping to the finish line this December or have been doing an excited skip into the Christmas break, I hope that you're getting some serious relaxation time in whatever you are doing. And eating all of the Christmas snacks, of course. I definitely will be doing that. But to wrap up this season, I'm talking about three things that I wish I knew about marketing when I started my business 4 years ago. These are three things that I think that had I known and understood back then would have massively shaped the way that I approached marketing, but also shaped the level of confidence that I had that I was actually moving the business forward and attracting those right customers in. So let's get straight into it. So, the first thing I wish I knew is that marketing is not the same as advertising. When I first started my business, I used to think about marketing back at the very beginning, and two things would come into my head. The first thing would be social media, and the second thing would be paid advertising. Back then, I didn't understand that social media is only one section of a marketing strategy, and there is so much more that goes into it than just your Instagram page. And consequently, paid advertising is also only one aspect of marketing, and marketing activities are actually all of those individual actions that you take to move your potential customers and employees closer to either buying from you or working for you. Running Facebook or Google ads is not going to be an effective standalone approach. You really want all aspects of your marketing to be telling that same story and have all the pieces of the puzzle working together, from your website to your social media to your emails to your branding to your messaging and everything else. When you understand the basics of a marketing strategy, you can look at where your leads are coming from and what marketing activities actually make sense for your business, not just doing what you see everyone else doing. Spending less effort on the right activities has a much higher reward and return on investment than just randomly doing what you see other people do and hoping for the best. As I put my guilty hand up and say, this is exactly what my approach was when I first started my business all those years ago. The second thing that I wish I knew is that it's always better to position yourself as the guide, not the hero of the story. It's not about you. Still to this day, you can go to a majority of business websites, and the first thing that you read is all about the company. Maybe it says how long they've been in business, maybe they're family owned, maybe they've won some awards. But when you're a customer or a potential customer, there's really only two things that you care about. Number one, can you solve my problem? Number two, can I trust you? As a potential customer, I do not care how many years that you've been in business or the fact that your business has been in the family for generations, at least at this point. There is definitely a time and a place for that, but it's all about your customer and their journey to solving their problem. Whether that's building a house or getting maintenance work done or anything else that you offer, focus on your customer's problem and how you solve it. Your messaging should always talk to your customer's problem and how you solve that first and foremost. And then it should talk about the stakes involved by not choosing you as the provider. The one book that I always recommend to my clients is called Building a Story Brand by Donald Miller. This is, in my opinion, the most important book that a small business owner can read, as it will completely flip the script on how you communicate what you do. In the book, it talks about how your customer is the hero, and the better you understand their mindset in relation to what you offer, the better you can actually speak to them in a way that resonates. That's how you build trust as a tradie business. The third thing that I wish I knew about marketing when I first started is that communicating clearly about your offer is a huge influencer of the success that you have in your marketing. Not trying to be fancy with your wording on how you approach your copywriting can go a long, long way. Just be clear so that people understand. I think the statistics show that it takes 3 seconds before someone can decide whether they can trust you after going onto your website. And so you want to be really, really clear about how you solve their problem from the second that they arrive. And that's another reason why businesses that niche down often experience increased growth, because they're more clearly defining the problem that they solve by being more specific. Alrighty, so that is it for today and for this season. But your one takeaway from today's show is to look at your website and ask yourself if you are immediately communicating how you solve your customers' problems. If not, then look at how you can change that. How can you make it more customer centric? And if you're interested in getting some personalized help with your marketing strategy, then we've just opened up a few spots for our one-on-one coaching directly with me in January. The first session is a 90-minute workshop on Zoom, and we just take a look at your business and design a bit of a personalized marketing roadmap for you. Then after that, you've got the option to book additional 60-minute calls if you want further support with any of your marketing strategy or your video content strategy for your business. So if you're interested in this, then you can book your Kickstarter session through the link in our show notes, or alternatively, you can email us at hello@captivemedia.com.au if you have any questions. Finally, don't forget that you can still get Reels for Tradies free for a limited time, which is the 30-minute training that teaches you how to use Reels to market your tradie business. Also available through the link in the show notes. Otherwise, have the absolute best break for the holidays. If you're working, then I hope you still get some downtime just for you. It has been a massive year, I'm sure you can agree. I'll be back in your ears for season 2 in the new year, and I have some exciting guests coming up, including some tradie business owners who are doing awesome things with their marketing, who will be sharing their stories with you guys about how they are doing it. Until then, here's to building trust and being remembered, and I'll catch you in the next season. Merry Christmas.